I'm live. Here I am. Rearranged again. Um, this is problem. One of my printers piece fell off, and it looks like this. Where is it? Where is it? This one. Share. No, not that one. Yeah, that one will work. Cancel. Prototype. Rack. Wow, why is it so slow? So this is what it looks like. See the string? See all that string here? See all that string? Piece fell. Why am I letting it run? Well, there's a lot of usable pieces that are still there that are printed that are fine. So I'm going to let it run to the end. Um, I know what happened. I didn't put a fresh board down. I didn't put a fresh print plate. Um, I just went ahead and used the one I had up there. I didn't change it. That's my fault. I'm the blame for it. I got lazy and I didn't change the head, the plate. I printed a new set. Just messing around. I'm looking at some new sets. I kind of like this one. The King, man, the King has got detail. I don't know if you can see it. The King has got some detail. It's a lion's head on it. If I was to sell this set, it would be a lot more money. It's a very long print, very slow, a lot of supports and there's some cleanup work. When you pull the supports off of the horse, there's little burrs that have to be cleaned up and heated and cleaned and polished. So it's not an easy set. So let's talk about what happened today. It's been a crazy day around this house. My housekeeper no-showed us this week, so we fired her. I've been wanting somebody to come in a couple times a week to help us around the house. We have somebody now. We are hiring. Couple days a week, she's coming in a couple hours a day, couple days a week to help us around the house, just to make life a little easier on us. Not anything drastic. The tree guy came and cut the limb down that the city was going to fine me for if I didn't cut it down because it's too low when the trash truck kept hitting the freaking limb. The electrician finally showed up. Oh, hallelujah. Electrician finally got off his ass. Decided he wanted to come to work. We're going to put all the power up in the front room because I came in this room this morning and it was 92 degrees. These machines produce heat, plus the heat was on because it's chilly here. So I had to open the window next to me. Production started. That is a production set there, guys. It's made with Elegoo or ELEGOO. It's the only film I'm going to use for now. I have 6 sets running. They take 8 hours, so I'll have 6 sets every 8 hours. I'm going to run it twice a day, which means 6 machines can produce 12 sets. 18 machines, which is what I'll be running for production, will be able to produce 36 sets a day, unless I try and shortcut and see what happened to the King, and that set is now ruined. I'm going to salvage the pieces I can for spare parts. That's why I'm letting it print out. I probably could stop it because there's nothing going to be usable because of the stringing, it looks like. But we'll see what happens. Over on P1, I'm printing another set that I found. that I kind of like. I want to see what it looks like, so I'm running that set. That's a 6-hour print for the whole set. It's one queen, though. It's not two queens. And on the other P1, I'm making my granddaughter a castle. And I just ripped the flag out of it. Let me put the flag back. That's the very top of the castle. Has a little flag in gray. The support's stuck to it, so it doesn't look perfect. I'm not going to print another one. It's my granddaughter. That piece will be gone in 5 minutes. She's 6 years old. She'll lose that piece. What I did was I cut it up so it was easier to print. But now I got to glue it together because that goes on there. Then it's got these little windows that pop in. I can't tilt it too much because the window's going to fall out because you got to glue it all together. Here's the front door. The castle itself is gray and pink. It is my granddaughter, so the castle's pink. I'll show you. I'm looking for the printer. Sorry, guys. I got a bunch of tabs open. So what's going on? A whole lot. But I'm moving from making. Now I got to get in the packaging, logos, prototype B. Now I think this camera is a little darker, but the gray base, this is the gray base. This is going to be the big box part. This pink over here, this bright pink, is the top of the lid. You can see them down here on the left. This is the box. This is the lid. I thought there's pink on the gray. That's why I ran it together because it's going to have to switch colors anyway. I probably should have left it on 2 plates. It would have probably printed a lot faster. This print has got 5 hours left. So I got plenty of time to get it printed, put together, take some pictures of it, and show my granddaughter. I think she's going to love it, but we'll see. Let's see. I got a comment. Mine still's not here. Shipping still hasn't updated since the delay. Yeah, I got that issue. I had it. It said none of mine were showing up today. I walked outside and there was 2 printers sitting on my porch. Amazon's not the greatest shipping anymore. So that's about all I got going on. I've decided to package in a 4mm bag like my competitor does. The difference is, I don't know, I didn't download it. I don't know if I can show you. Let me see what chat does. Donna, where are you? If I can show you, I will. I kind of like it. I'm not sure. Not sure about the words on it, but I kind of like the design. Yeah, there it is. All right. So I'm going to go over here, stop sharing screen, share my screen, window. Share. So that's the logo that it came up with. I kind of like it. The king is just in a little bit in front of the queen. I bought the .com. I'm not going to trademark it. I just bought the .com. That's about all the protection I need. Have you considered TPU as a base layer to give the pieces a soft base? Might be a bear to print on the A1s. Yeah, I thought about it, but I'm not going to do it. Tournament pieces are hard plastic. If anything, they felt the bottom of them, and they play on a vinyl mat. And these really, the pieces I'm selling are really tournament pieces. They're not what most people play with every day. This is more like what people play with. This is very light compared to the other king. It's shorter than the other king. It's not a this is more of what people play with. Um, this I would definitely think I would wait. Um, it's a night. I think these are prettier. The tournament pieces are definitely these pieces here are definitely much more. These are they're solid. These are built to play. Um, they're not like put on the shelf in the show. Um, I believe I'll be able to get enough sets started um, to do what I'm doing to do what I want to do. I'm keeping track here, guys. This is my first production run. I don't want to run the automation yet. I want to count how many units I can get out of a roll. I tried earlier. I went live earlier. I don't know if any of you saw it or jumped in on it. Um, I'm trying to decide if I want to record the room live. I am going to put security cameras in with all the equipment. I just don't know if I'm going to record it on. I don't know that I'm going to put it on YouTube. Um, I'm still tinkering with the idea. I have to put the cameras in, so it was a matter of I was thinking, if I have cameras around and I put them on like where it says the 3D Chessman. How deep do you plan to dive into the Amazon side of this venture on the channel? I have no idea. I don't know how many people want to hear about the Amazon side of it. It it is my business model, um, and I'm starting to understand that a little bit because I'm like, why do so many people print so many different freaking things? My kid is like printed 25,000 different things already, and none of them work. And I it's the mentality of the sale. They're looking to have a like a flea market, and I'm aiming to sell on Amazon, which is you better have some production behind you if you're going to even go. If you're going to list on Amazon, you better be thinking streamlined processes for production. Um, because Amazon is a bear, and that's the part I'm getting into now. That's why you see the 3D Chessman on it. This was the first run. I like the image. I don't like the lettering. Um, I would have. I think I would have preferred it to be. I don't know, different. I don't know what I was thinking. Um, it's going to go on a 4x6 label, and that label is going to go on to the bag, the front of the bag. It will not have a barcode. It probably will have a QR code. I'm not sure. That leads back to the Amazon page. The only place you're going to be able to buy these pieces is on Amazon. Um, but I also think because of the way I did it, I'm going to be able to have enough production to. I'm going to be able to produce enough that I can do other things, mainly more chessmen. I think I'm going to stick with chess. I'm not going to venture out into anything else. Guys, this is really more of a hobby. I invested a lot of money into this, not for me, for my children. Um, Instead of leaving it to them, I want to work with them and see if I can get them to build something so that they understand that the concept of saving and letting your money work for to grow more money to do those things. Because if I handed them the money I invested, just said, here's the money instead of doing this, I fully believe they would have pissed it away. I really believe they would have done absolutely nothing. They probably would have bought a new car and, put money down and gotten a new car and went, oh, let's go to dinner. I need my nails done. Let's get some new clothes. And before they know it, it's gone. Um, if this goes under because they lack the willpower to make it work, that's not on me. And at least they had a learning experience. Um, I know that's rough and hard to say about your children, but that's how I feel. Um, Good, bad, or indifferent. I am working on back to how deep am I going to dive? I think a start to finish Amazon setup for a business like this would be extremely helpful. I do books, FBA right now, but sending in a product like this is intimidating to say the least. I don't know that I'm not the right person on shipping. I think I would, to be honest, I think I'll talk about the systems and the processes that I have. I have a 5-step selling process that I use in my business, and this product fits perfectly in that. So I think I would want to discuss that. Um, I'm not sure that I'm the right person to put out how to do something right now because it's probably been 5 years since I sent something to Amazon. Um, my brother handles all my warehousing. I don't ship anything. So this will be the first thing I ship in, and I'm probably going to be on the phone 20 times with my brother about it. Um, so I'd like to know what everybody thinks about that logo. What do you think? I don't like the 3D Chessman. That's the domain name. It's 3dchessman.com. There's nothing there. What it'll eventually do will point to the listing. It'll take you right back to the listing. I'm pretty much going to have a single listing with a lot of variations, color variations, and if I get into other sets, I'll be able to put other styles. So I'm going to set it up so that it's style and color variation. So you're going to have to pick the style and you're going to have to pick the color. Um, yeah, I like the image. The image of the chessman, supporting the king and the queen is what I was going for. That part came through very well with AI. This is an AI generated um, image. Uh, as you can see, I was looking up all kinds of stuff about the printers. Um, I don't hide nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing crucial in any of this with Donna. Donna's my chat bot. But where am I going? I don't know how far I'm going to get into the Amazon. The Amazon opens all the reseller questions, and then why aren't you on eBay? And I don't want to get this into another reseller channel. I want this to remain the business of 3D printing because it really is. I want to separate the two eventually. I want the manufacturing side of this to be a standalone business model where I buy pieces to sell on Amazon for their revenue. I don't know where I'm going to go with the Amazon part. All I can tell you is I've been here 10 days now, so that's probably one of the longest stretches I've stuck with something. Somebody asked me why I went so deep into this. I dropped all this money into it for 2 reasons. One, it's an investment into my children. 2, it's hard for me to say, fuck it, I'll do so. I'll go to coloring books next. I got a lot of money tied up into this, so I have to follow through. So it was kind of a double-edged sword for me when I decided to do this. Am I enjoying it? Very much so. What's going on over there, I do not enjoy. Push a button in the morning to start the printers, let them run all day, come back at dinner time, flip the plate, put them in a box, and walk away. That's not so exciting. Um, the playing with the new set, playing with this stuff, uh, making my granddaughter a little trinket because she's coming over tomorrow. That's the stuff I enjoy. I am going to be rearranging everything. There's going to be 6 print. This is going to be my office now. Um, the office I'm using, if you watched Scott's show, that office, that long sun porch looking office that I use over there now, is going to be the print shop. The electrician is dropping in 60 amps of power just to that little tiny room. There's going to be 80 amps of power in there. There's 20 right now, and then I'm putting in 60 more, which is more than enough to power all the machines. And I'm going to run, I think I'm going to run 16 machines out there and keep 2 in boxes for spares. I know it sounds crazy to put $400 in a closet, but this is a business, and it takes some capital, and it takes things like, you got to be willing to do that. I got probably $500 in spare parts and stuff coming. My goal is to have 40 P1S printers running product. That's what you need, is a roadmap. Listen, if they didn't have the sale at $200 a piece, I probably wouldn't have moved as fast as I did. For every 4 I bought, I got 1 free, is how I looked at it. Buy 4, get 1 free, and it kind of made sense. I said, okay, there's 5 sitting behind me. I don't need to put them on the shelf. I'm not going to starve if I don't have them up and running. So that part of it made sense to me. It looks like I'm going to be able to save everything but a king and a queen. I'm looking up at that one that the printing went bad on. I also want to see how big of a mess it makes. That's where I'm at with this. I know some people are going to want me to get into the Amazon side of it. I may lay out my Amazon 5-step plan and then go from there. Yeah, see, I don't have the real estate, but I did look. Real estate is cheap here. If you go outside, if you go 15 miles out, property's real cheap and code is real lenient. So I won't have much issue getting what I need if I go outside this area. Back to the printers, the ones out front are going to be Chessman Production single color A1 minis. Everything in here will be AMS. It'll be 2 P1Ss and 4 mini A1Ss to run chessboards. I have an idea of how I want to sell stuff, and I need some chessboards to because they're so cheap to make. I want to make some chessboards so that I can FBA them. And what I'm going to do, just so you know ahead of time, is I'm going to virtual bundle them. I have a system to virtual bundle stuff, and then from there, I have an advertising system that builds my advertising, and then I have a Excel sheet that manages the PPC for me. And I may put that all out in public so that you can use it for your own business. I'm not sure. I don't know what I should do. Um, I'm not looking to create a lot of competition for myself, but I'm also a dinosaur in this stuff. So my systems are outdated for some people, but they're not out. They still work. Still like a handsaw. Handsaw will cut a piece of wood. I used one this morning. A handsaw will work. So I've gone on and on. I'm starting to ramble, which is nothing uncommon for me. Printer done. One set's done. I guess I'll stay an extra second and show you what a set looks like done. It's A is done. A is done. So let me pop up A. That's the cap. Just got to switch over here. I got to go to rack 1A. I think it'll show it. Yeah, there it is. It prints out the whole set. All 17 pieces are there. I could take it right off of that and put it into a 4 mil bag, and it's ready to ship. I like this system. The problem is automation will produce more sets over a longer period of time. And with that, I'm going to get out of here, guys. I rambled on long enough. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm 7 days a week. I'm shooting for 30 days straight with this to see what people think of it after 30 days. Remember, subscribe or not, I really don't care. It's for your advantage, not mine. I'm not looking to make any money on YouTube. If I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. It's a way to document what I'm doing. All right, guys, remember, God loves you. I'm still trying. I'll see you later. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.